Matthew Fox, Alexx Cross is an interesting movement in your career. Tell me about it.
Well, it's just Rob Cohen called me. I was doing a play in London, and he gave me a ring and said that this was the film that he was making, and he offered me, he wanted me to do this role, and he told me what the role was. This was before I read the script. And I had known Rob for a couple of years. We'd met once before, and I really liked the man, and we really saw eye to eye on a lot of things. So I gave the script a read and was pretty sort of blown away by the role, and was intimidated by it, and felt really challenged by it, and felt like it was something that I should do, that it was going to be a really intense experience and have a lot of challenges in it. So I got to work on it, and overall the experience was everything that I wanted it to be. It was really rewarding experience.
Do you think that this character Picasso is a risk in your career?
A risk?
A risk.
I don't know, maybe. I think that, I don't really think too much about that, I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that people out there would, they've sort of seen me do more good guys and more sort of, I guess, heroic roles. And to see me play somebody who's that sort of messed up and disturbing and nasty might change the way that they feel about me as an actor. But I don't really ever think about those things. I mean, I just do what I feel compelled to do, and I feel interested and challenged by, and I go out there and create it to the very best of my ability, and then you sort of like let people respond to it the way they're going to respond to it.
How hard is act like a psycho killer?
It's kind of, it was tough. I mean, it was the whole experience had its difficulties. I mean, I had this idea that I wanted to look a certain way in the film, because I really felt that he would look like this. I felt that his mind is so burning at like a hyper level that it would be eating away at his own physique, and I thought that he should look, kind of slightly repulsive almost, in how like sort of lean and vascular, and so that it had the whole physical challenge, and then it had the mental challenge, and trying to figure out what makes him tick and why he does what he does and what it is that he's trying to prove to himself or to the world. And so yeah, it was the whole experience was an intense one.
Tell me about your physical training or your workout to do this film.
That was really all orchestrated by a guy, Simon Watterson. I met him in London. I was doing a play there at the time, and that was good because I had like another 2 months on the play, and so we got a chance to meet, and he sort of put together this workout regimen that was going to happen 4 or 5 times a week. It was only about an hour and 45 minutes each day, but it was an hour and 45 minutes where once we started, it just never stopped. It was an hour and 45 minutes of just full-on intense working out, to the point where there were days that I felt sick. I felt like I might throw up, and then there was the diet part. He was also orchestrating the diet, and the food would show up in the morning in a bag essentially. And I ate what was in the bag for the day. That's it. I didn't eat anything else. So he would vary those calories between like 1,500 and 1,200, and he would vary the way that the calories came. Either really high in protein and mostly high in protein, low carbohydrates. And I did that for 6 months, and I lost 35 to 40 pounds.
Do you read it before the novel from James Patterson, Alexx Cross?
I did not. I did not know the books, and I was certainly aware of the books and of that character and the films that had been made about Alexx Cross in the past. But once I committed to the film, I really felt it was best just not to. Picasso to me was such a sort of open canvas. I was like, I wasn't really sure how I was going to approach him right away. I mean, I had this idea for what I thought he physically looked like, but I didn't know like how I was going to play this guy, and so I didn't think that reading the books would. I didn't want to have any like sort of map. I just wanted it to be wide open and see where it took me.
Okay. Is this your first time in Mexico City?
No, actually, I spent like 6 weeks here shooting a film called Vantage Point.
Okay.
I think in 2006.
Yes. Do you like Mexico City?
I really enjoyed the 6 weeks that I had here before. I mean, when you're working on a film like that, it's like, you don't get a chance to really do a lot out in the city, but I did. I mean, I had a good time here. And I came back in yesterday, and it seems like a very vibrant, intense city. I know it's really big.
Finally, tell me about a little bit the movie World War Z.
World War Z will be coming out like end of June, I guess, and it's a,
What's your character in this film?
I play a Navy SEAL who is a little off. And it's really just my character in the first film is more of a setup for the second and third, if there are more. Hopefully the film will do really well and people will turn out and see it, and hopefully we'll get a chance to make 2 more of those films. And but I'm just a huge fan of. I was a big fan of the book, so and I know Mark Forster pretty well. So when he asked me to be in the film and to play this role, I was really excited to be a part of it, and it was a great experience. And the trailer looks really killer.
Matthew, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.